Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session of mysteries tonight. We have a lot of mysterious content for you later, but as usual, we will start with some. I can't even talk today. No. It's been a crazy day, a crazy week for us, as maybe it has for you. But I'll try to get my thoughts together here. We've got some intro stuff before we get started, in case we have any new folks in the virtual pub. We haven't introduced ourselves in a while. Maybe we should.
Perhaps we should.
This is Chris.
Hi.
And my name's Caitlin. And we are the co-founders of Tune Supply. We run this session on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. So if you are new, we hope you come back. If you enjoy the stuff we're playing tonight. For information, as usual, you can go down into the description of the video and see all sorts of stuff. The mailing list is the important thing there. Lately, especially, we've been sending out extra tunes and extra opportunities to learn tunes and all sorts of stuff on the mailing list. So make sure you sign up there if you can. Actually, there's an important reason to sign up on the mailing list right now, because Santiago Molina, who's going to be leading a session from Argentina in a week and a half, has some live tune teaches that he's going to be doing soon, but the links aren't up yet. So I'm going to be sending that out on the mailing list as they get prepared. So make sure you get on the mailing list. Yep. We'll talk about that later. The contribution link is now on top of my head instead of on Chris's head, where it usually is.
Just to shake things up.
Yeah, yep. So you can't actually click on that link, but the link is down in the description, and I'll put it in the comments as well. And hopefully everybody knows about the new link by now, but we did switch over to a more reliable system than Squarespace, so it looks a little different. Hopefully it looks better and is easier to use if you click over there. And the last thing I'm going to say is this is part of the reason why we're a little frazzled today. World events continue to be, what's the word? I don't even know what the word is. Alarming, and various other such descriptors. And one of the things that's happening tonight in New York at 8:30 is there's a violin vigil for Elijah McClain, the young violin player who was killed in late 2019 in Colorado. And I'm hoping that some of our music friends are actually at the vigil, which is in Washington Square Park. We can't be there because we are here with you, and we're glad to be here. But at around 8:30, we are going to play one of the pieces that's going to be played at the vigil in Washington Square Park. Now, we can't line this up exactly the same, but if you go on Instagram, you can see some information. I'll put this in the comments. They're playing 3 pieces all together, whoever wants to go down to Washington Square Park, and one of those is Amazing Grace. So that's the one that we are going to be playing around 8:30 or so, whenever it fits into our schedule, and we're doing that in solidarity with all of the musicians and other folks who are down at Washington Square Park tonight. I'm tearing up a little bit. So you can get ready to do that if you need to get the music out, or you could sing along at home. We will do that around 8:30. So on that note, I wasn't feeling like playing any fast or major tunes today when I was choosing the sets. And so for our first set, I wanted to start with a slow tune, an O'Carolan tune that we played at the end of the Father's Day concert, which is called She Beg, She More. And then let's go into a D minor reel after that called Julia Delaney, which is one of the first tunes I ever learned, actually. Mm-hmm. And it's actually quite tough, which makes it strange that I learned it as one of my first tunes. But we'll play those. We're not going to play them too fast. We're just going to kind of wallow in the D minor of the second tune, and we're going to enjoy the slow warm-up of the first tune. And after that, we will talk about who's on the show tonight and what the theme is and all that sorts of good stuff. But let's start off with some tunes in memory of Elijah. All right. Okay, it feels good to play some tunes,
Yes.
I have to say. Throughout this whole strange last 3 months that we have been sharing together virtually, my feeling on the sessions has been that it's a good idea to not spend all of your time worrying too much or dwelling in negative things, and also that music is a way to get through this. I think we have accomplished that, but sometimes, sometimes it's hard. The world gets to us, and maybe to you as well. And I feel like that's one of those days for us is today.
Yeah, accurate.
But hopefully we can play some music together and get through it.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we have some amazing guests. And by the way, before we do this, I was noticing that Peter asked if the She Bakes You More spelling was correct.
Oh yeah.
Which is interesting because we just
we
had
were
this
discussing
discussion.
this.
And we don't speak Irish, so we are not the experts on this. And we were not sure what to put up because I have seen it spelled with the H as well.
Yeah.
And Chris had found it without the H. And I'm really glad to see that Emer has said that that is correct.
Emer has confirmed.
Yes,
Yeah.
without the H, which makes me feel
Very
really good that we got it correct. That's good. Okay, so we have some amazing guests tonight. So these guys were supposed to be on the session a week and a half ago, right before the Father's Day concert, when Chris and I were kind of slammed with a ton of work for the Father's Day concert and the Father's Day orders. And they were kind enough to agree to move to tonight so that we could produce a better session where we had more time to work with their material. So it is really good stuff that we've got. This is the first time we're having 4 leaders on screen at the same time. I think 3 was the previous. We had 3.
Yeah, we had 3 a couple times.
But not in separate boxes.
Right.
Because that was Shane Farrell.
This is
and
big.
Paul Farrell.
This is Mario session history.
Mario session history.
Yep.
On the 29th session that we have done.
Right.
So the guests are the Yanks. We have all 4 Yanks here. Isaac Alderson, who I think is in Chicago right now. Dan Gurney is in Ireland, Dublin.
I think Dublin, yeah.
Dublin. Seán Earnest. I don't know where Seán is at right now.
I thought he was in Ireland as well.
Oh, cool.
I could be wrong.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Isaac probably knows. He can probably tell us. And who am I missing? Oh, Dylan Foley, of course. And I think Dylan is around New York area somewhere. So we're super excited about this. And the theme for tonight is kind of a difficult one. When I thought of it, I was like, oh, it's a perfect theme. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
And then once we actually started thinking about it, it's really a difficult theme
Yeah, it is.
if you want to contribute to it. So
We've had some great interpretations of the theme,
Yes.
but it is challenging.
it's
for
challenging. So the theme is, as you heard me say at the beginning, mysteries. I'm a huge fan of mysteries, especially like science mysteries. So we have a few. I'm going to showcase a few of my favorite mysteries later in the session. And if you do think of a clever picture regarding mysteries, you can send it to us as always. We only have like three or four submissions tonight, and they're all really good.
Yep.
So, whew, okay, on that note, I think we should have some tunes from the Yanks. All right. Let's go see what they've got.
Hello, everyone. This is Dylan Foley. Thanks so much for tuning in. Big thank you and a big shout out to Chris and Caitlin for putting all these great events together. It's so nice to have something to do when we're all at home in our apartments, in our homes, and it's been great as well for the Father's Day concert to play with our good friend Josh Dukes. Josh joined us on our Haymaker album. And he's a great buddy and a great friend. And it's a pity not to have him here, but he's such a busy man these days with the real estate, so he didn't get a chance to join us. But we're really having a great time here, and thank you so much for tuning in. And definitely support everything that Caitlin and Chris are doing. They're doing such great stuff. We're going to continue now with the set of hop jigs. These are two of our favorites as well. The first one's called Comb Your Hair and Curl It. I've been doing some of that. And the second one's called Cucanandy. So hope you enjoy.
Just as they finished that lovely tune, our plant tower decided to start watering itself, as it does once every 2 hours. And you know what? I think that was the first time we've forgotten to turn it off in the entire 29 sessions. We forgot to turn it off during the Father's Day concert.
Yeah.
So we must be losing it. Well, I know we're losing it. That's clear already. Yes, our plant tower does water itself, which is pretty cool. You would think that it might make vegetables.
Does not.
It doesn't make vegetables. It just makes beautiful plants that we like to look at. And we've eaten 3 basil leaves and 2 beans.
And some thyme.
That's it. That's about it.
That's the fruit of our vegetable tower.
The fruit of our vegetable tower. We might get some chard out of it. We'll see. Okay. So thanks to the Yanks for starting us off there. They have a whole bunch more stuff coming at us in a bit. But to get our mystery theme started, I know that mysteries don't go with sessions. I want to just note that for the record, but I'm really excited about the mystery theme. So I love going down internet rabbit holes reading about mysteries. And when I was a kid, I loved to read books that contained mysteries. Did you do this?
Yeah, like Hardy Boys nonstop.
Yes. What about like non-fiction mysteries though? Like
real ones?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
I never
Oh my
really
God,
read
it's
them,
my
no.
favorite thing.
Yeah.
Well, there's this thing called Wikipedia
Oh,
that will take you
Wow.
down some rabbit holes.
okay.
So my favorite, before I tell you about my two favorite Russian mysteries, do you know about these two? A little bit, right?
Peripherally, yeah.
I'll just say one of my favorite personal mystery stories happened on New Year's going into the year 2000. And we used to all go as a family up to a cabin that we had on a ski hill. Pretty rural sort of cabin, like no running water, that sort of thing. And there was a tradition that my dad would read a scary story right at midnight. Now I have no idea why this would happen because it's not like a tradition
Right.
for regular people. But there was this one specific story, and it was regarding a trapper who would go out on a trapping route to a cabin that was out in the middle of nowhere. And in this story, it's a true story. And in this story, he went to the cabin and was in there and noticed that there was something or someone walking around outside the cabin. This is in the story.
Yeah.
And he wasn't sure what it was, and he turned off all the lights. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story because it's like many pages. You can't find it anywhere because it was only published in print in Alaska Magazine. But my dad keeps a copy of it.
This is the deep cuts of stories.
It's so cool. I got to find a copy of it. Anyways, so my dad was telling the story. It was getting to the really scary part where there was clearly something outside this cabin in the middle of nowhere in the middle of winter. And all of a sudden, in our cabin, in real life, all the lights go out. Right at midnight. Right as I think my mom was saying, like, okay, countdown to midnight, 10, 9, and then they go out.
Oh.
Screaming. Everybody's screaming.
Yeah.
We think there's a chainsaw murderer, like, in the cabin or outside the cabin. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, there was thankfully nobody in the cabin. The breaker box had just gone out right at the dot of midnight in the year 2000.
Oh.
And everybody was fine. And I remember my dad and I were the only two people brave enough to go out. This was one of the only times I've seen my dad a little bit scared in my whole life. We took a chainsaw out with us, I think, because that was the weapon that we had.
Of course, you have one lying around.
Yeah, to get the wood for the
Right.
firefight. And we found
And to ward off any potential chainsaw murderers.
Yes. Chainsaw battle.
Right.
Anyway, so that's my favorite mystery. We still have no idea how that happened. So I'm going to tell you two of my favorite mysteries real quick. These are both from Russia. The first one is I hope I'm saying this right, the Dyaltov Pass incident, which happened in 1959. 9 young skiers went into this pass just for fun in the winter, and they never returned. And when people went out to go find them, they were all dead. There was a tent that they had ripped themselves out of in the middle of the night, and there were weird other details, which I'm not going to get into because I don't want to scare people, but it's a really strange story.
I have actually heard of this one.
Yeah.
Super creepy.
Yes, and there's more. I won't tell everything because I want to get onto the tunes, but you guys should look it up. There was just a book written about it that talked about a possible reason for it. And this other one also happened in Russia. It's called the Tunguska event, I think, and it was on June 30th, 1908, which I just want to notice. I want to note that it's almost June 30th right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. And this was when 800 square miles of land, 80 million trees in the middle of Russia just got flattened in a blast that was felt as far away as England.
Wow.
And they think they know what it was, but they're not exactly sure. And
Wow.
the trees still are like that now, like they didn't grow back.
They never grew back.
No.
That's wild. I haven't heard of that one. That's cool.
It's really weird.
That's scary.
So those are some mysteries to get started. After the session, you can go down the Wikipedia rabbit holes. I highly recommend those two, and then go on from there. And while you're thinking about that, I think what we should do is have one more set from the Yanks first, and then we will play Amazing Grace, as I mentioned that we would. So
Great.
Let's hear
Go
some more
back to the
tunes from the Yanks.
All right, well, I think we got some reels coming up next. These first 2 tunes appeared on our first album, which is just called The Yanks, the cover of which we shot outside my favorite bar in the West Village, which is called the Four-Faced Liar. In fact, they just opened outdoor seating, I found out. So if you're looking for a drink in the West Village, check out the Four-Faced Liar and tell them I said hey. Anyway, so this is the Gooseberry Bush and the 9-Pint Coggie, and then we follow those up with the Humours of Tulla. And we've slowed the whole set down a little bit, so it should be pretty friendly for playing along with at home, which I hope you guys will do. All right, let's go.
All right.
Nice one.
I like the speed that they're going.
Yes, very reasonable.
It's reasonable, but not too slow.
Yeah.
And that last tune, Humours of Tulla, I often teach in my level 2 or 4 classes at the Irish Arts Centre.
Yeah, good tune.
Which is happening soon, and I was going to talk about that. But first, it's approximately 8:30 in 3 minutes. So I want to play Amazing Grace together. And if you're just joining us, this is in solidarity with a violin vigil that's happening right now in Washington Square Park for Elijah McClain, who was killed in August, I believe, of last year. And he was a young violin player. I saw a picture of him playing violin for cats in an animal shelter, which just broke my heart. And there are 3 pieces of music that they're going to play at the rally. If you click the link that I put in the comments, there's actually sheet music. We can't do it on screen right here because this is a screenshot. But if you click the link and you go to the right, you'll see sheet music for Amazing Grace. So you can join in with your instruments, or you can sing. Let's play it a few times through, just for people that might be singing along, maybe 3 times or so. And we're going to be doing this in the key of G. If you're, everybody needs to know the key, but if you're a guitar player, you might need to know the key more than fiddle players. Anyways, okay, let's do this for Elijah. And I know some friends of ours are at the actual vigil right now. I hope everything is going all right. We're not sure, but I think there is a live stream of the event. If you click over into the Instagram post and look in the comments, there's a live stream so you can watch from afar. And thank you for playing along. My sister was actually at the event in Aurora. Yeah. And a bunch of the musicians got pepper sprayed. Yep. Oh man. Anyways, thank you for playing along or singing along from home. Okay, so I mentioned earlier in the session that Santiago Molina is going to be leading the session. So this is very cool because he is actually the flute wind player for the Argentinian version of Come From Away, which is the Broadway show that we are in.
Well, we're in. We're
not in right now, but we are in sometimes. And actually, Isaac is the flutes and winds player for the tour version of Come From Way. So there's a lot of connections here.
Yeah.
Santiago wanted to play a few or teach a few of the tunes that he's going to be doing on the session on his YouTube channel. So we have the link up on our virtual learning page, which is right here. You can't click on that, but you can type it in, and it's live. You can't click on it.
Oh, okay.
You can't click on it. It's live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can go to that website, and the YouTube that's there will become live, and Santiago will be there teaching his tune live at 6 p.m. tomorrow. There will be another one later in the week, but I don't have the link yet, so please get on the mailing list so I can send you the link. He's going to teach Muniera, which is a type of tune that I don't even know anything about.
It's a Galician tune, I believe, from the north of Spain.
So cool. So hopefully you can take advantage of that. And then one other quick community announcement, which is that on July, I think it's July 2nd, Bandcamp, the online music platform, is forgoing all fees. So if you buy music from any musicians on Bandcamp on July 2nd, I will verify that in a moment, all of the money goes to the musicians. Margot Criminal let us know about this, and I will be sending a list of all of the CDs that our Tunesplay artists and anybody who has done a Tunesplay event has on Bandcamp, again, on the mailing list. So please get on the mailing list so we can send you that link, and if you want to support musicians in the community, you can do that. Okay, so let's have some more music. Now, this is really cool. Dave Wasserman, who got in touch with us through Tune Supply, we've never met in person, asked if it might be okay to play a few tunes on the session, and of course we were like, yes. And he actually sent this in many weeks ago, maybe even months ago. I can't, time is weird now. Yeah. But tonight was the spot that I gave him, and I'm really excited. So he is playing in Alexandria, Virginia. He's playing fiddle. And he's playing with Heather McAslin from Brighton in the UK.
Very cool.
Yeah, and they're playing some of my favorite secret fancy fiddle tunes.
Yeah.
So I think you guys are going to like this.
Take note. Take note, fiddle students.
Take notes. These are some of my favorites. So we're really, really excited and honored to have Dave and Heather here. All right. Let's do it.
great.
That was fancy. That was
Really
some fancy.
Yeah, love the accompaniment.
They're
Fantastic.
all of the piano players on the session are fancy. That's what I've learned about the session. That was incredible. I think that Dave, in his normal real life, is an economist, which is so cool. And I'm really glad that he asked to be on session and was willing to share his talents. That was exceptionally cool. I loved all the
Very nice.
chord changes and the arrangement and all of that sort of stuff. Awesome. Okay, we are going to do community pictures early tonight. I don't think we had any extra submissions, right?
A couple, I think,
great.
I have, yeah.
Okay, so...
see if any more came in here.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I got them all.
Great, my mom sent something in.
Yeah.
That's good. So we only have a couple. Let's check out the ones that were here. Oh, this is probably my favorite one.
This is my favorite, yeah.
This is from Angela Botzer, and this is the mystery I'm sure you all know about.
Yeah.
Where do the extra sax
Where
go?
did they go?
That I just was laughing out loud when she sent that. I asked her to send another one that she mentioned because we didn't have very many. So this one is, the mystery is, where does the eyeshadow go during the day after you put it on? And maybe you've never worn eyeshadow, Chris, but it is true. It just mysteriously disappears by the end of the day, and nobody knows where it goes.
That's
It's a really interesting mystery.
interesting.
Okay. Bob Beamer sent this in. Nancy Drew's
This is
Case
amazing.
of the Missing Scones.
Well played, Bob. Well played.
Excellent. So, very good. We are still working on finding the scones. Don't worry. By the time this is done, we will have found the scones. Nancy Drew will have found the scones. It's still in the works. Don't worry. Okay. And I think you should introduce this one.
This is Edward Montgomery sent this in just after we started, and this is his Sherlock Holmes hat. Looks like the Bowron is ready for a mystery here.
Yeah. Okay.
I also like to point out the dog in the background.
Yeah, there's the dog in the background. I thought it might be the Halfords dog.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I was wrong. Okay, and my mom sent in 2 pictures, and we're just going to show this one because this is the only one we were able to grab. And I think the mystery is here that you're supposed to identify what this is.
What is this? It's like super zoomed in, right?
Super zoom, yeah. And obviously it's a plant, I think. Although it kind of looks like a rug or a home furnishing. I'm not sure.
This reminds me of like insect feet.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever they're called.
Well, you can guess in the comments, and my mom is also in the comments, so she can tell you, she can award points to the people who are right or not. Okay, so those were all the mystery pictures. Very good job. Extra 100 points for everybody who was able to do the mystery theme.
Very good.
And then we have a couple of non-mystery related photos that also came in. These are the cookies.
The fabled cookies.
The fabled cookies,
They made it.
which took almost as long as the scones to get to their recipients. This is John Mullen, who joined us for some tunes by his goldfish pond that you see there. Mm-hmm. Those were made in my kitchen with the secret ingredient of tahini, and I'm glad to see that they got him. It looks like he's going to eat all of those by himself right now, which I strongly agree with. And then Peter has been keeping us updated on his latest batch of limoncello. And don't forget that if you would like to make limoncello yourself, we put the recipe up on the soundboard, the Mario soundboard, and to go there, you just type in tune.supply/sounds, and the recipe is down at the bottom of the soundboard. Okay, and then Puck let us know that her friend Laverna found another dinosaur friend for avocado, and she said that this dinosaur had just eaten his dinner and was getting ready to eat a dessert of some plants.
Very nice.
That's what's happening in this picture. So thank you for the community pictures. You know, I realize that the session gets a little silly sometimes. And sometimes I feel bad about that. Like, we're supposed to be doing serious music here. We're supposed to not be talking too much. Matt Mancuso rules, no talking.
Right.
But I'm realizing as time goes on, you know, it's important. It's important to share in these silly things and see each other's pictures and keep connected.
Yes, we love when people send in their submissions. It's great to like get a glimpse of people's lives.
And you can keep up to date on things that are going on.
Yeah.
I think we do need a picture of the Halford's dog sometime soon. Dogs.
Send.
Yes, we haven't seen them in a while. Okay, so those are all the community pictures. So I think it's time for some more tunes from the Yanks. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Dylan from the Yanks. Please enjoy the next set of jigs. These are 2 of our favorites, the Apples in Winter and Tell Her I Am. And I hope you're all staying safe.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Lovely,
Right.
lovely.
Nice, guys.
Isaac was saying that that's his mom's artwork in the background of his
amazing.
frame,
Cool.
which is very cool. And I also like Hannah's comment. She has renamed the Yanks the COVID hair boys.
That's great.
It's just really good.
Yeah.
Chris and I both managed to get hair appointments within the next week or two.
Yeah, mine's on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So this is my last session of COVID hair.
Yeah, it's gotten quite long, as you can see there.
Yes.
And mine is too, although it's not down right now. But I obtained a appointment for the following week, so that is extremely exciting. I hope you guys also have been managing your hair all right during
Yep.
these strange times. Okay, so let's see, what's next? Oh, the poem. Okay, so now we got the poem a little late, which is not Mimi's fault. We just didn't see it before we started. So Chris is going to do some tech magic here to get it loaded into the broadcast. But don't be alarmed. The screen is going to go to black for a second. We are still here. Don't worry. I will talk you through this. He's just going to put the file into the broadcast. So while he's doing that, I will just make a community announcement.
Sure.
Or are you ready right now?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's ready. That was so fast. So let's go hear from Mimi.
Hi, Mario's friends. A very, very bad poem tonight for the Yanks. In our lives, all sorts of mysteries abound. So many things are hidden, so many confound. Where are my glasses, the remote, my keys? And don't we love Agatha Christie or Stephen King mysteries? Some mysteries are age-old, like Stonehenge, Easter Island. What's under the kilt of a gent in the Highlands? Tonight, the mystery is how good are the Yanks? They're awesome, and you can take that to the bank. Special thanks to our special guests. You're awesome. Caitlin and Chris, words fail. Words fail me. Please chip into the box. Help keep us going. And stay safe and eat your kibble.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the tongue right at the end. Did you see?
Yeah, I did. That was great. We need to set up a fund for Amos.
To provide extra treats. Entertainment,
Yeah.
yes. We should just have a 24-hour live cam of Amos.
Yes.
I would pay a lot of money for that. Oh, man. So cute. So cute.
Great.
That was a particularly good poem. I liked the part about the mystery of what's under the kilt.
Yes.
It's a big mystery.
Yes. Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, so that box that Mimi had in her hand there's another picture of it. That is the contribution box in real life. The virtual contribution box is up in the, what is that? The upper, what corner is that for watchers?
Left?
Is that the upper right corner?
No.
I never was able to do my right and left.
Yeah,
anyways,
that would be left.
It's above my head. It's right there. You have to type that in, or you can go down in the description, click on the link, or go to the comments, click on the link. Your contributions help us continue this operation. It is not free for us to put it on because we, as musicians ourselves, believe in paying other musicians for their time and efforts, and that is what we use your contributions for, is to help keep musicians employed to the extent we can during these shutdowns. So thank you for anything you're able to give. There is a weekly option if that's easier. It's now really easy to do the weekly membership. You'll see it when you go there. Okay, my one little announcement was the Irish Arts Center is starting classes soon. They start the week of July 4th, right after July 4th. And you can just go over to their website and click on the button. Do we have this?
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah.
So click on classes that's circled in red there. You might see James Cleveland. It won't say James in nice blue text when you go over there. But
why not?
Well, it should.
Yeah.
It absolutely should. But if you click on classes, you will find a ton of options. I am one of the teachers. I teach 3 levels of fiddle, but James teaches the other 3 levels of fiddle, and a bunch of Mary O's guests and community teach other classes. It's not just music. There's lots of stuff. I highly recommend it. It's all online, so you can do it from anywhere you are, and our first semester online went really amazingly well.
Yeah.
I was really freaked out about it, but it worked well, and I'm looking forward to the next semester.
Yeah,
so.
Turns out Zoom is not too bad for classes, right?
It's not.
Yeah.
No, I had the major freak out the day before. You remember. I laid in bed all day because I was so scared. And it's actually quite fun and a good way to do it. So I hope to see you there.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I have one community announcement.
Oh, cool.
Somebody was asking what I was drinking. Usually I'm having like whiskey or a beer, but somebody acutely noticed that this is neither of those things. It's actually a sake that I got from a recent trip to Japan back in January. So,
back when planes were flying.
Yeah. I really have no idea what this says, but if anyone reads Japanese, they could tell me. But it's really delicious. It's from Matsumoto, Japan.
Chris took advantage of the amount of sakes that are allowed to be brought back into the country. How many did you bring back?
Well, I don't know if there's technically a limit. After
Really?
a certain point, you have to pay duty on it.
Oh, I see. But you brought back 5 or 6, I think,
Yeah,
right?
6.
6, yeah.
Basically, as many would fit into a box.
There's a great story about how he got the sakis delivered, which
Yeah.
we'll
It's
save for
probably
another
too
time,
long
but
for
it was a great
the session.
Yeah, and I'm glad you got to go on that trip, and I got to go with my mom on a trip right before everything shut down, and man,
Yeah,
glad we went.
Totally a different world.
Seems like a different world. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so we have a scary thing that's going to happen next. Not scary like the mysteries I was telling you about, but scary like it might be out of tune, that sort of scary.
Oh, yeah.
I am a big proponent of doing things that are uncomfortable or make you scared in order to further progress in life. And so I decided that tonight is the night that I should sing a song. Now, I just want to warn everybody that I am not a singer, and I'm not pretending to be a singer, and I don't intend to be a singer, none of that. I'm not trying to take anybody's singing jobs away. But I do like singing, and on occasion I sing a badly sung song at Mario's, and we haven't done that yet. I haven't done that yet. So we're going to sing a song here. I say we because I'm hoping that you will sing along. I have sung this at Mario's. It's a very simple song. You might know it. Danu recorded a great version of it, which I recommend you check out after you listen to my bad rendition. And we are going to show you the lyrics on screen because they're so easy to sing along with. So the first one is, okay, well, let me just explain how this works. There's like 4 verses, 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5 verses, and they mostly rhyme and count up in numbers. So the first one is, in 1801, there's a blank there because that number is going to go up. Okay, so in 1801, peg and all. Then the second line is, in 1801, peg and all, so same thing, okay? And then in 1801, pegging shoes is all I, and then you got to rhyme the number. Oh, look, I can point right at it. 1 with something that will go over in that blank. So in this case, it's in 1801, pegging shoes is all I done, and then it ends off, I'm gonna lay me down my peg and all. Or is it all? I don't know. Something like that.
No idea.
And then it counts up from there. So like in 1800, 2, 3, etc. So I'm hoping that you can sing along. Just make it up as you go. Or you can bring the words up on the screen if you want to Google it really quickly, but it's really easy. Or you can play along if you like. We're going to sing this in the key of C. Maybe you can give me a C chord. La. Okay, I'm ready.
Good.
Great, here we go. This is terrifying.
All right.
It's going to be great. Okay, here we go. What are you supposed to do on Broadway when you're about to sing? Do you have any like...
Breathe in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay.
In 1801, peg and all. In 1801, peg and all. In 1801, peg and shoes is all I done. I'm gonna lay me down all my peg and all. In 1802, peg and all. In 1802, peg and all. In 1802, peg and shoes is all I do. I'm gonna lay me down all my peg and all. In 1803, peg and all. In 1803, peg and all. In 1803, peg and shoes is all I see. I'm gonna lay me down all my peg and all. They've invented a new machine, peg and all. They've invented a new machine, peg and all. They've invented a new machine, peg 1 shoe, it pegs 15. I'm gonna lay me down all my peg and all. That didn't deserve applause, but thank you
Very
anyways.
nice.
That was
Yes.
that was for your lovely piano playing,
thank you.
I think. Well, I could hear you all the way down here in Lower Manhattan. Thank you for singing along. Okay, go check out the Danu version after the session because it's way better. It's also in 6/8, which is way better. And is it in the same key?
Yeah.
It's in C, which is the proper key to sing it in. I hope you all are doing things that make you scared from time to time. It's a really good thing for humans, for the brain. I won't subject you to too much singing, though, I promise. Thanks for listening. Okay, so we have some more from the Yanks, but before we do that, real quick, as you know, I have an extensive photo album, photo collection, I should say, and in it are many, many pictures of Isaac Alderson. Many. So the first time Isaac was on, I started at the very beginning of our relationship when we were babies, 16 or 17 or whatever we were. And I progressed along. There are so many pictures. I just literally went in and picked out the first four that came onto my screen. So here we go, Isaac, don't kill me. Here's Isaac playing the guitar at 11th Street Bar.
Very good.
This was probably around 2007 or 8, I would guess. Got some great coronavirus hair going on there. That's good. Okay. And, oh, this is excellent. That's Isaac on the left, and that's Dan Lowry on the right playing fiddles, which
Excellent.
you don't see
That's
every
a great
day.
picture.
And that is at O'Flanagan's. There used to be a really great session on Wednesday nights at O'Flanagan's.
So cool.
And let's see. Oh, I love this picture. So this is one of the many camping trips that we called we didn't call ourselves. We were called the Brat Pack at the sessions. We went on a bunch of camping trips early in my years in New York, and let me see if I can tell you who all these people are. So that's Isaac on the left, me next, then Grania Murphy, Dan Lowry, Ellison Barber, and James Riley. And this was the trip where the famous hot potato throwing incident happened, which I'm not going to tell you about. Isaac can tell you about next time you see him.
Great.
Excellent story. Okay. And last one, this is really cool, actually, because this is on Stone Street.
Oh.
At Ulysses.
Yeah.
That's Isaac, me, and Alan Murray playing some tunes, I think, on St. Patrick's Day one year. And now Chris and I live like literally 3 or 4 blocks from there.
Yeah.
So weird. All right. So those are my Isaac pictures for today. Don't worry, I have hundreds more for future sessions. And on that note, I think we should hear some more from Isaac.
All right.
Hey everybody, hope you are doing well wherever in the world you're watching from. Thanks to Caitlin and Chris for having us and for making Tune Supply happen. So we'll play 2 hornpipes, the Boys of Bluehill, and the Harp and Shamrock. And hopefully if you have your instruments handy, you can join in and play along. So here we go.
Very good. Wow.
I didn't know there were 5 of them. Did you?
Two Isaacs. There's two Isaacs in the band. I can't believe it.
Are you sure that was Isaac? He looked a little different.
It looked a little different. Yeah, maybe it wasn't.
With the glasses
Yeah.
on. So it's not a secret around New York that Isaac plays the saxophone, but it might be in other places in the country or world. Isaac is a spectacular saxophone player. We're really excited that he added that part to that set. That's my favorite part.
That was great.
When 2 pop up on the screen, that was best. Okay, so we have a report from the field today. If you've been watching the previous sessions, you know that we've been following the saga of the bears that live around Asheville, North Carolina, where I know many of our session goers live. So usually it's Susanna Watson who sends in the footage of the bears, but this time it's Lauren Miko who had... Miko, who had some bears outside her house. And I thought that maybe Susanna and Lauren lived near each other because it looks like the same bears. It's a mom with 3 babies. And it's not. Lauren told me, no, I forgot the number. There's a couple hundred bears that live in the city limits of Asheville, which is so cool.
Yeah.
So here's your bear update for tonight.
Okay, there's a mama bear there, and she's got 3 cubs up that tree. They're way the heck up in the tree. Hey, sweetie, I'm not coming over there.
It's crazy to me that they climb that high.
And just casually lounge around.
And the mom is like,
it's
whatever,
so cool.
You can keep going up that tree.
Yeah.
My mom wasn't like that. Was yours?
No.
That's so cool. So continue sending us bear videos if you live in Asheville or elsewhere, or other animal videos. We are running low on reports from the field. So if you do want to send us something that's happening near you, or if you want to say hi to the session community, or you want to play a tune or sing a song, we'd love to put that on the show. The email address is tunes@tune.supply.
Yep.
And if you forget, you can just go to the website. It has all the information there. Okay, so we have one more cool submission tonight. This one comes from Mick Maloney. It is not Mick Maloney himself, but Mick lives in Thailand for part of the year and New York for the other part of the year. When he's here, he teaches at NYU, and when he's in Thailand, he helps to run an organization called the Mercy Center, and he gave me a little description that I'm going to read because otherwise I might get details wrong. I'm just going to tell you about the Mercy Center, and you can also check it out at mercycenter.org. Mercy Center the center is spelled with an E, like the English version, not the American version. So mercycenter.org. And the mission statement is, we work to help the children and communities of the many slums of Bangkok. Together with our neighbors in the slums, we create simple but progressive solutions that touch the lives of thousands of the poor every day. We build and operate schools, improve family health and welfare, protect street children's rights, combat the AIDS crisis, respond to daily emergencies, and offer shelter to orphans, street children, and children and adults with AIDS, always together hand in hand with the people we serve. So I've known about this for many years because Donnie Carroll, who's one of the other founders of the Music and Dance Orchestra, which is what we're going to see in a moment, has a fundraiser concert every year, usually at the New York Irish Center, which I've played for a number of times, and I'm sure if you live in New York, you've been to the fundraiser or played for it. It's an amazing organization and a great cause. Anyways, Mick sent me a video of this performance that they did recently. This was the dance teacher's last performance after being there for 10 or 12 years. And so we're going to show this just for fun. This is some kids in Bangkok playing some music and dancing.
That's awesome.
So hopefully when the world reopens, or when we can play music together, there will likely be more fundraisers for the Mercy Center, and hopefully you can come. Donny always schedules the best of the best. You haven't been to one yet.
No.
But they're pretty cool, and they usually go a long time, like our concerts.
Great.
And feature just amazing performances. So check out the Mercy Center if you get a chance. And I don't know if Mick's watching right now, but hey, Mick,
Hey.
thanks for sending us the video. Okay, we have one more mysteries segment before we go back to the Yanks for their last set of tunes. Are you enjoying the mysteries segments?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any mysteries?
No.
No? None? No. Wow. Okay, well, I'll tell you about, this is, I don't know if this is a mystery. It's just a strange coincidence. I think you know this story. So I play with an excellent guitar player named Kyle Santa, who has been on the session. He actually was on the session last time Isaac was on. And he's in my band, which is called Warbelow Range. So Kyle has been up to Alaska with me many times for this Fairbanks Summer Arts Festival. And it was after maybe 4 or 5 years of going up with me in the summertime. We were at my dad's house having lunch or something, and Kyle was talking to my aunt, Cindy. And Kyle mentioned that his dad was born in a tiny town in Wisconsin. Have you know this story?
I think so, yes.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kyle's dad was born in tiny town, Wisconsin. And my aunt was like, oh, that's weird, because I was born in a tiny town in Wisconsin. I hope I'm telling this story correctly. I think so. So then Kyle was like, well, what's the name of the tiny town? And she said, oh, well, you wouldn't know it. It's really tiny. And he said, well, what was it? So they discovered that the town was Menominee, Wisconsin. And this story progressed along where they figured out the year that each person was born in, and the day and the time. And they eventually discovered after some time that Kyle's dad and my aunt were consecutive births in Menominee, Wisconsin in the 50s.
Yeah. So wild.
So my aunt had a cutout from the newspaper, and indeed it says Warbelow birth, Santa birth.
So wild.
So our grandparents were in the hospital at the same time giving birth to people who would then give birth to people who would play music together in New York many decades later.
Yeah.
That's a mystery.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
That's insane.
Okay, so that was one personal mystery of mine. I hope I got all those details correct. Family members can correct me if I got anything wrong. And last mystery for the night is a sound mystery. So if you need some Wikipedia holes to go down, check out Unexplained Sounds on Wikipedia.
Oh yes, I've gone down this rabbit hole. It's quite cool.
This is a great rabbit hole. So there are a lot of unexplained sounds, and if you're a musician or a sound person, you'll particularly like listening to them. But this is one of the most famous ones. It's called the bloop. And let's just play it first so everybody can hear it.
Okay, mysterious.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, scary and mysterious.
So the bloop was recorded in the ocean. It was recorded in 1997, and then there's been some similar sounds since then. And what you just heard was sped up 16 times because it's a super, super low frequency sound that occurs occasionally, and nobody knew what it was. It's extremely loud. It can be heard like all over the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
And at first they thought, like, is this some big sea monster? Which is what I'd like to think it is.
Yep.
But they have since decided that it is probably what they call a cryoseism, which sounds dirty.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a basically an earthquake caused by ice.
Oh.
Like if a piece of ice slides off the Antarctic ice sheet and like scrapes the bottom of the ground.
That's cool.
It creates a bloop-like sound.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yes, so go over to Wikipedia after this and look up unidentified sounds, and we'll see you in a week after you go down that rabbit hole.
If you
It's
haven't got
pretty
enough
fun.
mysteries on the session tonight, 20 more.
Yes, it's great. Okay, so on that note, we're gonna have some one more set of mysterious tunes, or not so mysterious tunes, to finish us off from the Yanks.
Hey everybody, this is Seán with the Yanks. Thanks for tuning in to see us play here today. It's a pleasure to do it, and it's good to be here. Thank you to Caitlin and Chris for making this tune supply thing a reality and getting us all out there and playing music again. So up next for you, we have a selection of classic session reels, The Sword in Hand, followed by Rip the Calico. And I think a lot of listeners of Irish music could be put in mind of the great Bothy band pairing of these tunes. For me, it's got a connection to the County Clare, where I've spent the last several years living, and it's part of the old Kilfenora Ceilidh band's Kilfenora set. So up the Kilfies, woohoo, and up the banner. So here we go.
Excellent. So that shirt that Seán was wearing, I didn't realize it until somebody said it in the comments. Those are dinosaurs on the shirt.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's so cool. We didn't have any avocado reports tonight, but avocado's doing fine.
Yep.
Over here with Toast, his or her friend, and our new friend, the Wren, from Amy Bogard. So they're all doing fine, don't worry. They were tired of being on session. They needed a little break. So thank you to the Yanks for playing tunes with us tonight. I am feeling in a better mood than I started in.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I feel like the tunes are helpful these days. So on that note, we're going to play some tunes. Now, when I selected these tunes, I was not in a good mood, and I only wanted to play minor tunes. So both of these are minor.
Well, we could play major tunes too if you want.
Maybe we should stick a G major one in the middle.
Let's do it.
So this is not going to be on the screen, but the first tune is called The Night Poor Larry Was Stretched, That's E minor slip jig, and then let's do this one. Forgetting the name.
Highway to Kilkenny.
Highway to Kilkenny. Very good. In the middle, and then we will go into Kid on the Mountain as it says on the screen. This will be a pretty long set. Maybe we'll just do the last one 2 times.
Sure.
Cool. So E minor, G, since we've been revived a little bit, and then back to E minor to end off. Yeah, let's play, and then we'll talk about what happens next on Thursday. Okay, 1, 2, 3. mysterious ending.
Cool.
We didn't plan that. It just sounded. It sounded mysterious.
It
when I
felt
got
right.
it. It felt
to
right.
Be honest,
to end
it felt
on
right.
that. Great. So if you're watching in the future, just know there was an extra tune in there, right there. It should be right there, and it's a mystery. It's invisible ink
Yeah,
there.
right.
But it says Highway to Kilkenny if you put lemon juice on it and hold it over a flame. So hopefully you can learn those tunes. I often teach that tune, actually.
It's a nice tune.
one. I got that from Joni Madden. Okay, so that is the end of our musical program. Thank you for sticking with us. And frankly, thank you for cheering me up, at least. I don't know if you're cheered.
Yes, I am cheered.
Yeah, we were not feeling great at the start of the session, and though we're just talking to our computer screen, somehow I feel I feel better. It's good to see everybody's comments and play some tunes and imagine you all playing along at home and singing along and all of that. So. Couple things, get on the mailing list if you can or if you want to, so that we can keep you updated on live virtual learning stuff that's coming up, as well as the Bandcamp thing, July 3rd.
July 3rd, yes.
July 3rd is
Friday the 3rd.
Yeah, this Friday is the day that there's no Bandcamp fees for artists, and we will send out a big link to everybody's Bandcamp websites on the mailing list. So make sure you get on that if you can, if you're able. I know the world is just crazy right now. So if you can't contribute, please don't worry about it. But if you can, the link is there, and we use that to keep this operation going, pay all of our leaders and guests and all that sort of good stuff. So thank you for contributing and continuing to come to the session. The next one is the 30th one.
Yeah. We should have a special celebration.
Yes. Well, guess where we are going for the 30th one?
Where are we going, Caitlin?
Well, we're going to France.
Oh.
Yeah.
That seems appropriate.
To get out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, so the next session is France-based session.
Yep.
We've had 2 in Ireland, 2 in Scotland. What else? One's in various
U.S. cities. Yeah.
So we're going to France, and Louisa Bennion and Loic Blajon are leading, along with 2 special guests that they selected. And I've never met the guests, so I'm going to read my paper. They are Sophie Bardot and Samuel Gautier. I feel like my lack of French skills is showing here.
Yeah, we're butchering this.
Yeah,
we need to enlist Mimi's help on the pronunciation.
Mimi, can you help us with pronunciations? Anyways, so they'll be bringing tunes from France on Thursday at 8 p.m. as usual. And then the schedule for the next couple sessions is on the website. We have not updated for July because, frankly, Chris and I don't really know what's going to happen next in our lives, because we may have to move, we may have to go across the country. We're just not sure. So I'm waiting a few more days to book the July sessions until we know where we're going to live, basically. But it will be happening. I will update it as soon as we get a few things under control, if that's possible at this point.
Yeah.
Those are all my announcements. Do you want to say the thank yous?
I do, yeah. Let's see. Thanks to the Yanks, Isaac, Dylan, Dan, and Sean. Really nice stuff, guys. And let's see, who else do we have on? David and...
Heather McCaslin.
Okay,
Dave Wasserman, and he's in the comments. Thanks, Dave, for stopping by. Heather might be asleep because she's over in the UK.
In the UK.
And
thanks to Mick Maloney for sending in the video. That was very cool.
Yes, thanks to kids at the Mercy Center. And I think that was it for tonight.
I think so, yeah.
Did we miss anything? It's a mystery.
No.
It's a mystery. All right. Okay, as usual, I am blabbering on at the end.
But we're right on schedule at 9:30.
We are right on schedule. This is the first time we've
amazing.
ended on schedule.
So we better end right now so we don't go over.
Oh man, okay, it's been fun hanging out with you all. Thanks again, and we will see you on Thursday.
Cheers.